Yo, what up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Third Out of the Degree Podcast, Chapter 50. Chapter 50. So, what up, people? It's just me today, your boy, Joe Fucarino. Alright, so, Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2018. I hope y'all had a really, really dope New Year's Eve. I just chilled. I chilled home. I didn't really do too much. I kind of kicked it. I chilled with my dog. I did a little cleaning. I didn't want to, I don't want to do nothing too crazy this year. I'm not really a drinker. And I don't know. I figured take it easy this year. But I hope y'all had a good time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you're listening to this right now, comment some New Year's Eve stories. I'd love to hear it. All right. I'd love to hear what you guys been up to. Also, Christmas. Whatever you guys did for Christmas, I want to know. If you guys have kids, I would love to know what you guys got your kids, all right, for Christmas. I always think that's pretty cool to see all the kids get all their cool gifts and shit. So, for this podcast, obviously since it's just me, we're not going to go crazy long today. But I just did want to cover some things. So, first of all, I want to know, what are your goals for 2018? For real. Like, everyone listening, I want to know what your goals are. I want you to let myself and the team hold you accountable. All right? So if you're okay with telling us your goals, we are 100% going to hold you accountable. Whether it is daily, weekly, however you want, or we'll just freestyle it. But I feel like if you tell us your goals and you have someone to hold you accountable, it makes it so much easier to do. You know what I mean? When it's just you, sometimes knowing your goals, knowing your New Year's resolutions, it's just tough because you could fall off so much easier. Because the only place that that plan is in your head. So even if you don't want to tell it to me, tell it to a friend, tell it to a parent, tell it to somebody. Let them know, like, hey, this is my goal. This is my resolution. This is something I want to do. I want to accomplish in 2018. And just let them know. And you never know. Like I said, they might help you out. They might give you some accountability. All right. Or we got you if not. All right. So you can comment here. You can comment if you're listening on SoundCloud. You can message us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that. You can email us, therapywithoutadegree@gmail.com. Whatever you want to know. But I want to know, what are your goals? It don't matter what it is, man. If it's, you're trying to kick an addiction, you're trying to lose 20 pounds, you're trying to lose 100 pounds. All right? You're trying to save up some money. You're trying to see your kids more. Whatever the case is, all right? I'll let you know some of my goals. Some of my goals is losing weight, obviously. Anyone who knows me personally. Definitely not the fittest that I should be. Definitely could lose some weight. So that's a big goal for me, is not falling off. I mean, I've tried to lose weight in the past. It's always been a roller coaster. I did lose some weight once, but I fell completely off. So that's a big goal for me. I'm about to be, in a couple of days, is my birthday. Shout out to me. A couple of days, my birthday. So I'm going to be 28 years old. So, I feel like, shit, I got to get this health in order. I got to lose this weight. So that's something that I'm trying to hold myself accountable for. All right. Weight loss. Also finances. I got to definitely get my finances better, because same thing with that age, being close to 30, shit, I'm not happy with what I have financially. I got to do better. I got to do bigger. I want to retire a lot faster. I want to see family more, all that shit. So that's some of my goals. So like I said, let us know your goals. Hit us up. I definitely want to hear them. So last night I put something up on Facebook. And I actually got a lot of private messages regarding it. People liked it. People were definitely feeling what I had to say. And a lot of it I've said here and there throughout the past year. But I'm a firm believer in it. So I figure I'll break this podcast down a little bit here and there, what I said, to kind of reiterate it a little bit more. And to give my listeners, a little bit of taste, a little bit of inside of what's in Joe's mind, my crazy mind. So, I basically put I'm a firm believer that it definitely should not take no number on the calendar to start making changes. Firm believer in that. Just because it's January 1st doesn't mean you got to make all these big changes. All right, you make these changes whenever the fuck you want. All right, don't matter what day it is. Just go make those changes. Get up, start taking action. However, if a new year is going to help you and motivate you to make that change, then that's awesome. Like, I want you to keep doing that. I want you to take this time to accomplish these goals and to make these changes. All right, so I want y'all to do that. Now, in 2018, one of the first things I think I want you all to try to do is think bigger. Like, even if you think you're thinking big, think bigger. All right. Like me and Crispy said, shout out to Big Deal Crispy. Like me and him said all the way back on chapter 3. And here on chapter 50, we're still saying it. All right. Think bigger. All right. And everything, financially, everything, all aspects of life. Whatever your current situation is now, if somewhere deep inside you want it to be bigger, no homo, pause. If you want it to be bigger, you could make it bigger. Well, not all. Let me stop. But for real, think bigger. All right? Just, no matter what it is, man, it just will help you. All right? That's the first step. So even beyond doing anything, making any changes, just expand your brain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking of an idea, be like, all right, fuck. This is a great idea. This is awesome. But think bigger. How can we do it better? All right? So start from there. The next thing is don't dream. All right? Yes, I know that sounds crazy. Like, Joe, what are you saying? Don't dream. I'm saying plan for your future. Okay? When you look at it as a dream, you give yourself room to believe it can't be a reality. All right? Like that word dream, it sounds so superficial. We don't really technically know what our dreams really, really mean. I mean, there's, research behind it and all that. But I think psychologically, when you think of it as a dream, you're kind of giving yourself room in your head to say, hey, this might not happen. And even your plans and your goals, they might not happen. However, it's something that you really want to happen. So we need to kind of force that and to just make it a reality. Make it a plan. Say, this is going to happen. I'm going to do it. And set a date. Fuck a dream. A dream, it might happen. Or I wish it could happen. No. This is going to happen. Speak that shit into fucking reality. Also, don't be afraid to create. A lot of people, you're just nervous. You don't want it to fuck up. You don't want it to come out sloppy. You don't want your idea to fall apart. You don't want to fail. You're just afraid to create for some type of reason. Don't be afraid, man. I mean, everything in this world, almost everything that we have in this world was created by somebody. Everything, like down to the stores we go to, like fucking Dunkin' Donuts. Someone created that shit. Like, do you think the original person that created Dunkin' Donuts thought that they were going to be fucking billionaires? Like, that really this many people in the world will go shopping just for fucking coffee and donuts? Like, there's a million things in the world that fucking clap on light. Like, whatever it is, like anything that we have now was created by somebody. You definitely could do it. If you have the idea, make it fucking happen. All right? Create it somehow. Don't matter what it is. Even if you don't have the money, because shit, I be creating things and I damn sure don't have all the money. But guess what though? Some shit I create And it's just partially in my head. The other part of it is that I'm planning for it. I'm planning for it to get there. And with planning, that could also be planning the finances part, you know? So when you create something, even if you don't have all the dollars behind it, there's still ways to get it out there, especially with the internet. You know, if you're not too familiar with the internet, which I'm pretty sure you are because you're listening to this podcast, so that's a good first step. But the internet now, man, is so different, you know, and you could definitely get yourself out there. All right. So don't be afraid to create, no matter what it is. Just create it. Now, with that, with creating, comes the next thing. Don't be afraid to fail. All right. In this new year, in 2018, there's going to be lots of downfalls. I mean, I hope not. I hope you all the best, and I hope there's no downfalls for any of you. But I try to look at things, you know, realistically. A percentage of us, there's going to be downfalls. We're going to have times where people are going to die. You know, some of us are going to lose jobs. Some of us are going to be broke. Some of us are going to break up with our lover. Some type of downfall is going to happen. All right. Or, like, you know, we're going to fail at something. I mean, maybe we're not. Maybe we're all just going to be perfect and we're all going to win in every single thing we do. And we want to do that. However, when you do fail, just remember that every time you fail, you just learn what does not work faster, right? So if you failed at something, all you got to do is look at that and say, hey, guess what? That way didn't work. How can I fix that? You know? Like, if you just win, that's great. But if you fail, shit, you're going to know what didn't work. So you're never going to do that shit again. No, at least the way you did it. You're going to do it differently. So please, don't be afraid to fail. All right? Also, the next thing I kind of want, you know, for you guys to really try to do in 2018 is defeat the fact of being comfortable, okay? And start striving to be actually happy, no matter what the situation is, okay? Comfortable. I'm talking not, you know, being comfortable on the couch, not comfortable laying in the bed. That's great. Not talking being comfortable, you know, fucking laying by the pool. That's amazing. I'm talking about comfortable in a relationship. If you just, you know that feeling, like you're just comfortable, but you're not happy, okay? I do think comfortability is that kind of that middle ground between being miserable and being completely happy, you know? And don't settle for less. If you're comfortable in a relationship and you're just comfortable because, you know, you're kind of just getting by, you're getting love, you're getting good sex, you're getting gifts. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. We want to be happy. All right? And it's not easy. It for sure is not going to be easy. Okay? Breaking out of that comfort zone, shit, that's tough. All right? It doesn't even matter if you're just comfortable being, let's say you're going through an addiction and you're comfortable with being an addict. You're comfortable with, you know, fucking up your health. You're comfortable with all that shit. You know, you're comfortable with just fucking up your life. I mean, that may sound harsh, but you're comfortable with it. All right? And I know it's hard, you know, but at the end of the day, you know you're not happy. Okay? You know that you're not really, really, genuinely happy. You know you're just comfortable. You know you're just getting by. You know? Like I said, it's being comfortable, I think, is pretty damn close to being miserable. Okay? It's not too far away. So, break out of that comfort zone. Figure out, like, yo, I'm not happy. You have to kind of admit to yourself. A lot of people, I think, are afraid to actually come to terms with themselves and say, hey, this isn't the job I want to work at. This isn't the weight I want to be at. This isn't the girl I want to be with for the rest of my life. This isn't the dude that I want to marry, right? But you stay and you just fucking waste your time being comfortable, and that's not really what you want. So don't be afraid to tell yourself that you need change and you need to get out of that comfort zone. So for 2018, please do that. And if you feel like you're being comfortable with something, hit me up. So maybe we could work it out together. Because, like I said, sometimes you definitely need that second person to kind of pull you out of that, get you out of that comfort zone. All right. So what do we have next? Don't be afraid to be great. Kind of goes hand in hand, with that. Being happy, being great. Don't be afraid. I think some people feel like that they're not worthy. I'm not worthy to have that. Like maybe your parents didn't really have money. The parents before that didn't have money. You never came from money. So you just feel that you shouldn't be great. You shouldn't have billions, right? Fuck that. Just because they didn't doesn't mean that you don't have to. Break the cycle, okay? So whatever it is, like I said, if they were all broke, if they were all lonely, if they were all fucking drug addicts, whatever the fucking case is, that don't mean that that's gotta be you, okay? Break the fucking cycle and make the change and be great. All of us could be great, okay? At whatever it is we want to do. There's, we're all born the fucking same way. We all have the same fucking 2 legs, 2 fucking arms. We all have the same heart. We all have the fucking same brain. At the end of the day, there's no, lining or no fucking dot in any one of us that says, hey, you can't be great. Fuck that. Be great. Don't be afraid to be great. All right? Even if it sounds really fucking corny. All right? Also, know your worth. Okay? Know your fucking worth. If you work your ass off and you bust your fucking ass at what you do, know it. All right? And know your worth. All right? If you're working at a job and you feel like you go above and beyond and you're definitely not getting paid what you should, I mean, shit, we all should be getting billions. But, I'm being reasonable. Right? If you feel like you really, really should get a raise, try. Try to get that raise. Ask. Do whatever you got to do. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Hit me up. But if that doesn't work out, don't get lost in the fucking sauce. Or don't get down. Guess what? Time to look for a different job, buddy. All right? If you know your worth, go out there and get what you're worth. Stop waiting. You have to. Know your worth. Even when it comes to a relationship. If someone isn't giving you the time of day that you feel like you deserve, if someone's not giving you the love that you feel that you really, really deserve, then get out of it. And if you know that and you're just sticking it out, then you're back to being comfortable. All right? So just know your worth. For real. If you ain't shit, know that you ain't shit. Nah, I'm just playing. But whatever it is, come on, for real. Know your fucking worth. And with knowing your worth, you have to value your time. Your time is so valuable. Every day. At the end of the day, I think time is kind of bullshit. Because it's just a clock. It's just numbers. At the end of the day, it's just something somebody back in the day figured that they decided to make. Right? However, we do have to take time into consideration because we age, right? That's kind of the only really, really, real reason I believe that we need to value our time is because we age and people die, okay? And we do age. So we're not going to be this age that we are today forever. So value your time, okay? Also, value your time because this could be your last January living ever, or whenever you're listening to this. This could be your last day, month, year living on Earth, or your family. This could be the last month that you really spend time with the people that you love. So value your time. Your time is just so precious. All right. So if you're working a job that you hate, fuck that. Get out that job. Figure out how to make money so you could start spending more time with your family and the people you love. Because one day, they're not going to be here. Okay? And love, at the end of the day, I feel, is what really matters. Okay? And, you never know. You never know when the last day is going to be for any of us. So you might as well do it right. All right? You might as well. Next is add value. Okay? Add value in something when you're not being asked to. Okay? And when I mean add value, I'm not just talking, like at work. But even with that, okay, if you just add some type of value into that job, maybe someone is going to notice, okay, somewhere, right? And if they notice, you never know what that could lead you. That could lead you to a promotion. That could just lead you to better financial opportunities, right? So add value, of course, in work, right? They always say that. When you're not being asked to do something at work, just do it. However, I think in life too, we all kind of say it every once in a while. We're supposed to do good deeds, and yeah, it's nice to go do shit, but really, really make it, I feel, part of your life to just add value. Like you never know what it's going to do for somebody else, and you never know what it's going to do for you. Okay? Like, shit, just add value. If you have a business, if you're working with a business, if you're working with friends or family on something, on a business, whatever it is, add value to it. Okay? Because if you don't add value, what's the point? Okay? Like, if you're just doing the basics, being basic is cool, but we want someone that's going to go above and beyond. Add value to whatever you're doing. Value, I think, is basically like a reason. Like add a why. Okay? Add a little bit of extra in whatever you're doing. In a relationship, add value. Okay? Like, add something to the table, even when you're not being asked to. Go out of your way to show the woman that you love, that you really love her. Add value. Add something to her life. Like, whatever the case is, just add value. Okay? When something is valuable, you cherish it so much more. So don't be afraid to add that. Okay? Like, if you know you have something you could offer to somebody, don't be afraid. It's worth it. All right? And don't do it expecting something in return. Okay? Because you never know. You might add value and you might not getting anything out of it. But in the long run, it could really help somebody and it could really help you. You never know. Whatever the case is, just add value. All right? So, most of all, the last and final thing that I really, really want you guys to do this 2018, this year, or whenever you're listening to this, if you're listening to this in 2021, whenever, I want you to not be afraid to love. And don't be afraid to show love. Now, almost all of us have had our hearts broken at one time or a bunch of times. But you never know what's bound to happen next. Okay? You really don't. You don't know. You don't know what your future is going to bring. So don't be afraid to love. Okay? Don't hold yourself back because a couple of different small reasons. If you really feel like you could love this thing or this person, love it. Don't be afraid. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. All right? Also, don't be afraid to show love. I mean, they always say show no love, love gets you killed. Yes and no. You have to know, when it's appropriate. But man, deep in your heart, somewhere when love is needed, or when you should show love and when you shouldn't. But don't be afraid to, because someone right in front of you could be dying internally, and your love or kindness could really, really possibly heal a wound. Yeah, you never know. Like, the simplest things, as you opening a door for somebody, can make their day. Okay, and that's an act of love. That's an act of kindness, etc. Little things like that. Okay, if you love somebody, if you got a girl, don't be afraid to show love. Don't be afraid to one day get her roses, just because. Like, a lot of times we feel the love, and we have the love always deep inside us, in our hearts, in our brain, etc. But we don't do anything about it because we're afraid of getting shut down, getting heartbroken, all this shit. All right, but just do it, yo. Just do it. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen. Like I've said this whole podcast, you don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, so you might as well show love. Okay. Also, some people you can't tell. You can't tell when someone's going through something. You can't tell when someone's depressed. You can't tell when someone's about to give up. Like, give up on life, give up on everything, give up on their job. Like, you don't know. So that love is so powerful. Love could heal it. And it doesn't have to be crazy. Because love isn't a dramatic, million fucking huge, big thing. Love could be a simple thing. Love could be, like I said, opening a door. Okay? Giving your lover a random breakfast in bed, text messaging somebody, one of your friends, and telling them that you love them. Like, even one of your friends, like one of your boys, like, yo, just let them know, like, yo, bro, I love you, man. Like, like, no homo. Like, just don't be afraid, man. Because if you don't, and something happens, I know one day you're going to regret it. All right? You're going to regret it. That you had that idea of giving that love or showing that love, but you never did it. All right? So why not? Just go out there and do it. All right? And remember how much that those little things could really help somebody. Okay? Because you can never look at somebody and really, really examine their hurt or what they're going through. You can't. There can be a homeless person on the street right now, happiest person ever, but you would think they're absolutely depressed and they fucking hate their life. Right now, there could be a millionaire walking around in a fucking Lamborghini. You're looking at him, think he's chilling, living life. Yo, he's balling. He could be ready to go fucking jump off a bridge. Like, you don't know. All right? So don't be afraid to show that love and to show that kindness, because it could definitely save somebody's life. All right? So that's that. Yeah. That was a lot. But I want y'all to do it. All right? Please try. Write this shit down. And at the end of the day, who am I? Right? Who am I to tell y'all what to do this year? I have no credibility. Like I said, this is therapy without a degree. However, this is just some things that, I tell y'all this because this is all shit just throughout my life that I try to take notes and little things I try to plug within myself. So basically, I'm just sharing it with y'all. And I might not be right. I might be wrong. I might be wrong on all of this, but if you agree with me, then fuck it. Let's try. Let's go for it. I think if we do all of this, it's going to make us a better person. I think it's going to make our year so much better. Okay? If we think this and we prepare, because this is all preparing and planning. Okay? And this also has a lot to do with self-assessing. So, like I said, I'm nobody perfect. You don't really gotta, who am I to tell you how to act for 2018? But if you're feeling it, let me know. All right, if you're feeling this, share it, tell a friend. What am I gonna shout out this week? Because we always do our shout outs. I am gonna shout out. I think I've done it before, but it's a really dope podcast, and I've actually, because like I told you, I've been trying to, motivate myself to lose the weight and get back in the gym, which I have been. And also, if you guys follow me on Instagram and social media, I've been putting a lot of posts up of me in the gym, different shit like that, just to help motivate you guys and to help motivate myself. But it's a podcast, and it's called The Model Health Show. Okay, so it's the Model Health Show by Sean Stevenson. And this guy, he's really, really cool. It's a podcast, just him. He really, really drops a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge, and it's really just different type of shit. To where even I feel like if you know your health, you don't want to listen to it to even know even more. So that's my shout out. Check that out. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on all the social media. If you can, drop a review. If you really can, we greatly appreciate it. If you go over there on iTunes, drop us a review. Give us that 5-star. You already know. Comment. Tell a friend. Do whatever you can. All right. Have a great year. Happy New Year. Peace.